Welcome. This will be called Video 11D in a series of videos discussing the use of two software packages, pfodDesigner and pfodApp. Now today what I'm going to do is we're going to just take a look at the software that I put together here for doing a multi-selection input when you're using the software for pfodApp. And when we did the previous video, 11C, you'll have a look at it and see that it's for a single selection input. And this one for the multi-selection input, I've added these integers here, 7 integers here, SE0 through SE6, and you'll see why. The software is a little bit more complex than what was needed in Video 11C, because the Video 11C was just for a single selection input. This is for multi-selection input. And I'll point out that right from the get-go here that most of the software that's being used here, or a lot of it, the example, was information that I obtained from the examples of the developer's website, Forward Computing and Controls Proprietary Limited, and then I just cut and pasted information from his website into the program that I wrote, because he does use pointers and whatnot in at least one case here. And my knowledge of pointers, my experience with pointers is extremely limited, so I won't pretend to explain, and I won't do anything about explaining, what's going on with the software here. You can download it because there'll be an example, of course, provided with the software off of his website there with the video. You can have a look at that and download the software and play with it yourself, and take it from there. So I've set up this these 7 integers here, and I guess I should also mention that when I did Video 11C, I started from scratch using pfodDesigner and putting together a menu, in pfodDesigner. I didn't do that this time because this would basically be the same thing all over again, It's just a matter of a little bit of different information, and that gets put into into the program for doing a multi-selection input as compared to a single selection input. So you can see here he's got a little for loop in his extra setup code here, or the setup code. And we'll come down here to A. Now A, the uppercase letter A represents the menu that's pulled up when you open the program, right? Your menu page. This lowercase letter A is that's a touch zone that I set up on that page, just like the previous program, 11C. And that touch zone sends you to this send multi-selection screen when you press the button for the touch zone. So we'll go down here to send multi-selection screen, and you can see here that first of all, this here star B here, this lowercase b. Again, when you go and do this function here, or when you ask for this function here, the information gets returned from this function back to B. That's the way the software works, And you can see down here that you've got parser.print, and these are your labels that you'll see when we go to the tablet and look at this program on the tablet. You'll see that these are how I've got these labeled, the multi-selections, And I think that's about it for stuff to look at here. We'll go on down to the drawing parts here. In Video 11C, I had to do an update, with because the integer that I was using for Video 11C was being sent to the menu, being updated on the menu. This particular time, what I'm doing is I'm just sending it to. I'm just printing it. Well, we'll go to B here and have a look. I'm just printing the right here. I'm just printing the integers to raw data, and I thought that would be a lot simpler, and of course it is, Now this is you can see here, this is the way the software is done up again for for returning to a lowercase letter b, and here I'm zeroing out my values every time that this returns to lowercase letter b. And this is where I'm setting up my integers equal to my, the values that are selected, 1, 2, or 3, or 4, or 5, whatever, And again, you can download that and have a look at it and take it from there. But we'll get back to the drawings now. and I didn't have to do an update for the drawing, so to the menu. So pretty much the same as the last one. This is where I set up the touch zone with a lowercase letter, and that's pretty much about it. We'll jump over to the tablet now, and we'll have a look at how all this works. Okay, so here we are over at the tablet, and we'll just go ahead and we'll load pfod app. And there's a pretty simple menu here. Now if I click on multi-selection input here, I mean it's set up as a touch zone, so click on it. There's your multi-page selection, eh? And I've still got 4 clicked off from the previous time, but let's just go ahead and pick, let's pick maybe 3 of these. Value 0, value 2, value 4. Select those. Now if I go to raw data, 0, 2, and 4. So them are your integers that that were sent to raw data and printed in raw data there. We'll do it again, multi-selection input. I'll just click those guys off, and this time we'll pick let's pick 5 and 6. So like I say, you can pick one integer here, or you can pick all of them, eh? And that'll be your multi-selection. So go to raw again, and there's 5 and 6. So that's about it for this one. Pretty simple, not too much to see, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks.